Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So for today's pick a card reading, the theme is what blessings do we still have to integrate from our past healing lesson? And so if you just take a deep breath and ground yourself, I'll put the cards up on the screen and I'll be back with the answers shortly. Hey Palawan, this is your reading for what past blessings do we still need to integrate from the past healing lesson that we just endured. And so you chose the financial healing with the yellow lily. And as a channel called Sunshine, I love yellow, good choice. But what does it say here? It says, your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you will be provided for in every way. I read that so funny, let's just say it again. Your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues of receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. And the word avenue, I can say the word avenue, but when I was reading it, it didn't want to come out. And so Spirit's really zoning in on avenue, that there's just so many multiple ways to heal your financial abundance, right? It's not that you just need to work yourself stupid, right, at one job, that there's just so many multiple layers of things that bring abundance to us. It's not just money and things like that. But let's get into the cards and see what else we got. All right, I keep trying to correct the reversed ones, but we're gonna leave it as how I got them. Let me see something here though. Okay, so the very first card that came out was Ocean with generosity, but it was in reverse. And what I noticed first off is all the yellow. So this yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow in the chakras is the sacral, solar plexus, right here in your stomach kind of area. And that's your confidence and your oomph. And so when I looked on the camera, it doesn't look like it on the card, but when I look in the camera, this looks like a sunflower to me. And so from one sunflower, right, how many seeds grow from one flower? Quite a lot. And that one flower, which also it looks like lemons up in the corner, right? So from that flower, it brings you beauty. It provides you food. It provides so many seeds to start a whole new field, right? Like you pretty much just need one sunflower and you'll have a field of abundance. But it was in reverse because I feel like, Palawan, that you've been giving and giving and giving, but not quite being balanced in how it gets back. And so, yeah, if you got 100 sunflower seeds and you give one to everyone, you got to remember to give yourself one, right? Because if you give everything away and nothing left for you, we can hope and wish that they're going to provide that back for us. But that's all it is hope and wish. And then when they don't, that's when we get mad and then we fight and we oh, I did this. And then you start nitpicking people. And so Spirit's just really saying to remember to cover all your avenues, because this is things that we're integrating. The next card out is Aphrodite with love, and it says romantic love. And so pile one, what I think you're still kind of integrating when it comes to love is right, when we think love, we're unlimited, right? And we just give and give and give, especially this one says romantic love. So I feel like pile one, when it comes to romantic love, that you've been in the past way too giving of yourself, and so the lesson that you're still kind of integrating and from the past blessing is assertiveness. And when life gives you lemons, okay, there's lemons on this card, so I feel like you did get burned. You might have thought, if I give love, if I give money, you know, if I give and give, then they'll see me, and they didn't see you. And so we can't quite get mad at that, because people are going to act exactly how they've always presented themselves, right? We can't expect them to be us. They are them. So the next card that we have out here is Peridot, which is all about heart. It's a really good heart stone. Let's just see the message that I get. I'm seeing just really, they're showing me a really deep jungle green. And it's like going really deep, deep, deep into the depths, that it almost turns into, you know, when you go to the ocean and there's just no light, that like that's where they're showing me, but there's a tinge of like dark green down there. So there's a little bit of light. But as they show me that, what is down there for you, right? And so if you want to go on a journey, I would take a heart's journey and go within your heart and go to that depth, that really deep depth, because there's something lurking there that previously you ignored. It's just something you didn't want to deal with, but it's there. It's like the Loch Ness monster, the elusive Loch Ness monster. And bringing that up to the surface, it's going to be, as I see it, as they show me, they bring it to the surface, it's like this, it's like, holy crap, how is that even in there? Like, it almost, like, once it starts rising, it almost takes up, like, let's say I got my glass of water here, and I bring up whatever it is, this thing is bigger than the glass itself, and it's like, how is that even in there? It doesn't make sense. And so it's dealing with that hidden depth, that rock that you've been ignoring. I feel like it's a mountain. You know, mountains, we like to conquer mountains, you know, make mountains out of anthills, but I'm like, I feel like you just took a whole mountain and like shoved it down, and it's like not dealing with that. But there's something very powerful to come with this depth in your heart. Let's move on and maybe it will come a little bit clearer. So the next card that I have out here is the Devil card, but it was in reverse. And so, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then we had Melanite. What I'm getting from this, I don't think I have it around me, is fairy stone. Have you ever felt a fairy stone? They're just so soft. But this is what I saw come out, actually. It like, that's what I saw. I saw a gray object, and it like, the base of this was even bigger than the container. That's why it like came out, and it was like, okay, and then it got bigger and bigger, like iceberg. There's an iceberg that's just so massive. I would really like to check what this one is. I pulled a mountain of cards, so I don't know how I'm gonna get this without it falling over. All right, let's like Houdini this. Yeah. Half smooth. Okay, I wanna learn about this one. Melanite, where you at? But what I'm getting with the devil in reverse was that there was something that kind of kept you hanging on. Like it almost was, so the devil is usually like something that keeps you entrapped, right? Like it's like fake promises. It's like it's just not something that's good for you, but it's something that you tend to always gravitate to. And so I feel like you finally have learned from this and you've been like, no, like I don't want that in this partnership, because it goes back to Aphrodite and this love. I feel like they'd be like, oh, you know, just this and this. And you're like, okay, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a tough time. You're like, okay, okay. But they never grew. They never changed. They never evolved. And so that Queen of Pentacles is like, she got it going on. She's got all her finances, like, you know, they're good. But it was in reverse. So I feel like you did have this abundance, but because of this person, you now put yourself in lack. And now I almost see this person, once they get money or whatever, they don't share with you. But even though you think that they would have, or they said they would have. And so I did find the Melanite, and it says it's the wise feminine. A flint-like stone used since time to enhance divination and journeying. Oh, I said a journey into the heart, and then this came up. Cool. It marks the rite of passage through womanhood to wisdom. You are an immortal soul who has chosen incarnation as an embodiment of the wise feminine. Express this through your body and your actions. Go deep into yourself to find your core connection to Mother Earth. Sit in her womb of healing. In the depths of meditation, you'll heal your soul. Put aside fear and remember the transitions are necessary, prerequisites for growth. So I think, you know, it's talking, I'm getting feminine energy as well, just because of the Aphrodite, and most of my viewers are women. So, yeah, it's like you met someone when you weren't in your power of your womanhood, right? And if you're a guy, just take this and interchange things. You can have feminine and masculine energies. What's a feminine energy? Well, that's up to you, right? But it's about the loving and the nurturing. And so now, before I feel like it was like taking candy from a baby is what I heard. And now it's like, no, like you need money. And it's like, you know, what's that saying? Like teach someone to give someone a fish, they eat for a day. Teach someone to fish, then they can eat for life. And so I feel like that's the growth that you've learned, that you don't have to just so willingly give, that you can teach now. You stand in your power. There's a real need, the blessing that you still need is to go within. There is still a bit of healing to do, and you have to go into your heart and deal with that iceberg that is at the depths of the deepest pits of your heart that you've been avoiding. So this all relates back to money and love, financial healing. I'm just seeing you really take a blow because of you fell in love, and you're just like, you know, oh, I don't care about money, I care about love more. And it put you in such a bad situation that it was almost like you know, basic needs met, you now had to go into survival mode. It's like, oh shoot, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to do this and this and this and this? And so you know, going within, doing a bit more of that healing for yourself. I really truly hope you cut this person out, but if they are a permanent part of your life, I hope that you teach them rather than give and give and give. And so one final more message for this spirit. They're just really showing me on the lily, You know how the lily has all those little dots from the pollen that has kind of gone there? It's just a little bit of mess to clean up. You still have residue that needs to go. Your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. So what does that message mean? That message is also for those, you know, who give and give, but will never take from someone. And so they're the ones always going out and giving gifts to people. And, you know, I tell people, how good does it feel to like give a present to someone or a surprise? And they're like, oh, it feels so good. I love helping people. And I'm like, so when they try to help you, you deny them that ability to ever feel that. That's very selfish. That's not nice, right? So you do have to learn to receive. So some people in this reading, they've given and given, but some of them just don't know how to receive either. That's a message for both. It's saying there's a fine balance. There's some residue of past things that happened that's keeping you stuck in this non-generous, generous way, right? You're stuck in the lemons and the sour. And so finding the love in the balance between giving and receiving will be very beneficial. There's a little bit more of heart healing to do. And don't give in to the temptations. You know, there's just some things that are trying to like pull you, but it will leave you in the lack. And you need to switch that because your money struggles are over. And here she's sitting so peacefully and content because she made her own money and she has enough to give and share, and she's not concerned with where dinner's coming tomorrow, or, you know, she can go on any trip she wants, those kind of things. So right now is not quite of giving to others. It's time for you to focus on yourself and work on that heart healing and that giving and receiving to yourself. One more message. I don't feel like it's complete. Okay, they're taking me to the devil card, and in the devil card, in his hair, there's all this light. And so let's just see what that message is for. They're just showing it to me like a spider web, or almost like an information highway. You're getting all this information, and I feel like you might. Some lines lead to nothing, some lead to abundance, and it's for you to use your discernment when people are talking to you, which is a lie and which isn't, and not to take everything at face value, and to actually listen to the intuitive information that you're getting of a situation, because you're hearing things very clearly. You're doing a good job in that. You just have to trust and honor your direction. And so once you go within, you deal with that iceberg, clear up a little bit of that residual residue. That's when you'll turn the things around. You can always, there's something with money, and your heart and love has gotten confused and twisted. So this message is for you to go within and figure out just which line goes to where. Everything starts from here, but this goes to here, this goes to here, this goes to here. But right now it's like shh, and it's just scattered in chaos, and there's just a little bit of cleaning up to do. So that's what healing message is that you still have to integrate from your past healing lesson, pile 2. And so good luck. Heart healing is always beneficial. It's always a journey I encourage everyone to go on, because as I said at the beginning of the video, then when you heal your heart, energy, you'll have abundance in everything: friends, family, money, safety, security, investments, like all. There's that. Was that a blue jay? We got another friend visiting us. It will all be a complete circle, right? Start with the heart, and you will be rich in every area. All right, bye, Padawan. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if this resonated with you, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe or leave a comment below. All right, bye. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading for what healing blessings do we still need to integrate from our past healing lesson. And so you chose the rose with open your heart. And it says, your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with true passion you seek. So let's just see here. Open your heart. Okay, Pal 2. So what I'm getting is that it's hard. The reason why you chose not to open your heart in a certain area is because you were met with two choices and you didn't know which one to nurture. And so you gave kind of energy to both, and then they both kind of stunted and they never quite fully developed. And so now it's needing to, figure out which one, how to open that again, how to, right? Because I feel like one of them wasn't quite meant to be. It kind of snuck in there, and that's the one that caused the stop or the stall. And so let's just see what your other cards are. Interesting. So, oh, I grabbed my pile upside down. So for these cards, you're only supposed to get 2, but I got 3. So what that tells me is a lot of the times we think it's either this or that, right? And I just said that you had two options, and it caught you and kept you stuck. But 3 is breaking out of that duality. 3 is this or that or something better. Like it's not staying trapped in examples, hot or cold, black or white, right? Especially black or white. Like we forget about gray. There's so many scales of gray that you can add. So let's just see what we actually got for our cards. Oh, my little tray's gonna break. So the first one that we got was Nyx, and it says secrets. And so Nyx is that one that I said shouldn't be there. It's the one that snuck in, and it's, let's say if this was a love reading. This is the one, this is the karmic. This is the one that's not good for you. This is the one that tempts you with the dark side, with the secrets, right? It's got something that you don't have and you need this, and it's like, but it's really bad for you because this is the one that wedged in and stopped everything else from blooming. The second one that we have is Maya with illusions. And so in order to, dislodge this one that stopped all your opening process, the one that kept you, you have to see through the illusions, right? You have to see things clearly for how they are. You can't oh no, this one is the 100% gold, blah blah blah, and romanticize it and build it up to even more, because this is secrets. Like this is something, a secret that has been manipulative, And that's never good, right? We want truth and honesty and open. Our heart wants to be open. So admit to yourself a secret that you've been denying yourself from knowing, which comes to the next is Athena with wisdom. So Athena is the Greek goddess warrior. She's, she's strong and she is the goddess of war as well, but she's smart, right? So knowing what's up with this secret spirit. Pile 2. I just get that you are stuck between two places completely. Everything. So over here, we've got the World card. And then over here, we've got the Magician. And so here she's in the circle. Here he's creating, right? But then even over here for the two crystals that we chose for the reading is, I always say this wrong, Shiva Lingam and polychrome jasper. And I was like, wow, they look so similar. They're like spotted, like it's just two things like molded and then polished to be one complete something. But what I keep getting is that it's not meant to be polished in your heart, that there's something that is a foreign object that somehow got its little way in there and then stopped the flower from opening. Let's just look a little bit deeper. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed and you'll be met with true passion you seek. So this one is blockages and wounds. There's a secret that somebody took, like they played you. They played you for a fool, and unfortunately you took the bait. Because when I see in this is the true love. True love was supposed to be here and open, but they came in over here as like a little devil in your ear, whispering things that weren't true. These little secrets that you thought you had the inside scoop on, which actually stopped you from growing the way that you were meant to and with who you were meant to. I don't know if this is a love reading, but love keeps coming up as the easiest way to explain it. So let's say if it's a hobby or a passion or a job or something, just interlace things where they're meant to be. And so let me check out this World card, because now it's coming to heal that. So there's something that's blocked in your heart. There's this person or this thing that's not meant to be there. They're like a foreign object. In some cases, a pearl, right? A piece of sand gets in and then they create a pearl. Like, that's not this kind of situation. So you can continue to keep saying that this is a pearl, but it's not. It's destructive, it's a block, it's a wound, it's causing, if anything, rather than a pearl, all it's causing is just lashes on your heart, like wounds. So admit it, admit what is hurting you, and take the necessary steps. You know what to do once you admit and actually see things for how they are, because you are the magician and you can create and change and heal and remove anything. But as long as you keep allowing this darkness and these ill-wished secrets to stay a part of whatever it is that you are trying to claim as your own, that you're just going to keep on hurting yourself. And with the World here, we got so many different geometric forms outside. Like she can create anything. She can. But if you aren't paying attention, I'm getting that this person created this block on purpose. And they knew what they were doing because they knew that you were a very powerful person and that you had this really wonderful opportunity coming to you. So they came in and they caused illusions for you. And so you need to break out of this. And so to break out of it is to shuffle it up and rearrange things to how you want to see things. So I've rearranged it. I threw cards where I thought I wanted. Okay, so on the top here, we've got the illusions, but then we've got the magician in reverse with the secrets. And so it says, in order to open your heart, you need to stop the flow, the source, coming and feeding that. And so how do we do that? We do that by okay, so here we got wisdom in reverse. And so it's admitting that you don't know something, because I really feel like that this person is feeding things to you and it's saying like, oh, I know what's best, but they don't know what's best. And you don't know either. You do know, but admit that you don't know and stop taking this person. Be like, I don't know if this is good for me anymore. And you really gotta shut that down. Because they're doing it on purpose. They don't want to see you opening and growing. Now we have a couple crystals here, and I would actually like to read up on them, but let me see what I get first. So we've got the Shiva Lingam, which is a very spiritual stone in India. You find it in, I want to say, Varanasi or something like that. Has to do with Shiva. It's a high, okay, let me just look into it. This is more of healing journeys is what these crystals are for. That was more of the intention. So, and then we got polychrome jasper, and I love jasper. I do, because there's so many different jaspers. You can create basically anything, and agates and jasper, especially jasper for me for some reason. But Shiva Lingam is about alchemical union, named after Lord Shiva. It embodies the wisdom of the deities brought to earth. It symbolizes uniting dualities and manifesting the creative forces. Uniting dualities. But we talked about breaking out of duality. So why would we want to unite the duality? Oh, okay. This is showing that somebody, now let's just read a bit more. Recognize that you have masculine and feminine qualities and other dualities within your being. Integrate these into alchemical marriage to release your current power. A true Shiva Lingam is produced from the tumbling waters of a fast-flowing river. Life shapes you in the same way, so go with the flow. Soul searching reveals your divine core. If you were abused, be compassionate with yourself to heal. And that's what I feel like, is that somebody really took advantage of you, pal, too. They were manipulative, and they saw a way to stop something grand love or something that was really meant to blossom way more. They kind of stopped it. It may have been out of jealousy, because, well, how dare you be more successful than me? And so just admit, and, like I said, admit that you don't know. Stop listening to them, because they're feeding you on purpose poison to stop you. They don't even want this flower to open. They don't want your heart to be healed. And so you have to go with the flow, and let the healing take you where you need to go. a real need to cut ties with this energy. And then Polychrome Jasper says belonging. It's the ideal shaman stone to assist with traveling between worlds, as it offers protection and security, resolving dualities. And again, dualities. It helps you to remember why you're living on Earth. If you belong to a greater group, be it a family, clan, or species, keep your outlook positive. When you feel isolated, reach out to others out of strength rather than neediness. This stone gives you the gift of security if you desire companionship. Choose an animal ally, ground your efforts in the practical everyday world. You have a gift of meditation and see all sides of an issue. So you use the Polychrome Jasper to see, to know, right? What I'm getting is, like it said, you have to ask people out of strength, not neediness. And so this Nyx came and they were, they saw that you weren't quite confident in something and they took advantage of it and they found their way to get right in there. But what I liked about it was the shaman stone with the creating magic in the world. But so here, those were the two cards you had. You had the magician, which is like a shaman, right? And he's creating this universe, this world. And then you go and stand in it in your glory. So let me read this again. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed. You'll be met with true passion you seek. And so maybe this person, let's say if you had a mother issue and this person, and I don't know, let's say you're masculine and you have a problem with your mom. You might not have a lot of that feminine energy. You have feminine energy within you, but you might not know how to utilize that. And so when presented with two opportunities, let's say a relationship, one's super loving. Oh my gosh, that's so uncomfortable because you're not used to that. And then the other one is just like controlling and manipulative. And so it's healing those wounds and going back to when you found that disconnect, so that you can heal that before, and then this person can come along and there's no way that they can interfere in your space because you've done the healing, you've done the integrating, right? I do feel like you do have to let go of something so negative. They don't wish you well and you want well. And so I think you've put up with it enough, you've endured, and now it's time to say sayonara and then let your heart actually, it was going there. So it's easy to get back on that step, on that healing process, and just let it go the rest of the way. Let yourself guide you the rest of the way. And so that's your reading for today, Pile 2. You got it, right? Healing the heart, like I always say, to have a hurt heart is easier to heal than a closed off, shut down heart. For your case, there's interference from someone else. I think that might be tricky to let go of because I feel like they've been taking and feeding off you and you vice versa in a not healthy way. So it's that removing that. And once you do that, full empowerment for you. And then what was the last one? You'll be met with the true passion you seek. That's when that real love comes in, that uncomfortable one that you couldn't deal with before. It's going to grow again because you're ready for it now. You don't have this manipulative outside force trying to change and persuade you to go their way. You go your own way. Go your way. Go your own way. So yeah, that's your reading, Pile 2. If this resonated with you, I would like it if you could hit the thumbs up button or subscribe and let me know if there's any cool stories that you'd like to share. And so with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. And good luck, Pal 2. You got this. All right. Bye. Hey, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading about what blessings do we need to integrate from your past healing lesson that you just went through. And so the card that you chose today was the Sweet Pea with a new idea. My bad, that's not a sweet pea, that's a crab apple. Okay, your new idea is divinely guided and it is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. So, this new idea, crab apple, I'm getting somebody being crabby. That's the first thing once I read it. I think, okay, so it's saying new idea. And this new idea, why would someone be crabby about it? I don't know, but you might have some new haters on this idea that you have, or it might be something totally different than what you're used to and your ego is like, no, I can't do it. But this is saying like continue forward. Like this is correct. This is the path. This idea, it's gold. And so don't listen to the haters and let your ego go with the flow. Let them slide for right now because this will be beneficial down the line. And so we've got the rest of the cards here, and let's just see what we got. So we got Danu with assurance, and it was in reverse. And then we got Ellen with patterns in the upright. So for Danu, here she's holding the, I really get that you've got some haters. You got some people talking you out of what you want to do. And a lot of it is, I think, yourself. I hear a lot of self-negative talk, like, oh no, that won't happen. What's the worst case scenario? You know the worst case scenario. You played it out a million times in your head. But what's the best case scenario? Have you thought of that one yet? Have you given energy to the best case options? And so here she's nurturing just a little seedling, but it's protected. So your idea is protected as long as you don't give in to the doubt, as long as you don't listen to the haters. They're showing me a time frame of 10 years old. So try to think back at 10 years old and what your hopes and your dreams were. And then let's say if you're older in life, you're around 40, like what are your hopes and dreams now? And compare the two. I'm seeing that even now, if you look back to when you were 10, there's still that seed, that little bit of whatever that's there. And it's always been protected and it wants to grow now. And oh, that goes with the pattern. Okay, and that's the repetitive pattern. There's something throughout your life, no matter what, every time you finish a cycle, a stage, a something, you keep coming back to this same thing and it's ready to be nurtured now, right? This idea, because this idea, this also means new idea. I just saw the Fibonacci sequence, right? Each time you figure, it goes back to that. It goes back to that. It will always go back to that. It's back to your wish fulfillment, your soul, heart's desire, your purpose, your whatever that is, calling. You can put so many labels on it, but it will always go back to that. So no matter what cycle you live out in life, it's going to come back. So this one is new idea, but an Ace of Swords is also a new idea. So I'm hearing some people have this new idea that makes them feel really childlike and they get so excited, but they're like, oh, that's not really feasible, you know, I gotta think more like an adult. And Spirit's like, no, you don't. because that energy that you have behind it is going to like ignite it and go even farther than your practical serious mind. And then the other half are the people at 10 who had this wish and now they're going to do it again. Like there's just, I don't know, maybe both situations play to you, but this is a general reading, so it's meant for so many people. So take what resonates and then let the rest go. But here we got 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And so this will bring you abundance. Like it will, it might start off like a hobby. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just do it for fun, or maybe you think nothing of it, but it will provide stability and like a path, right? A financial path going forward. It is a key to something even bigger. So follow this idea. Don't let anyone pull you outside of it. This is a special gift for you and for you only. And it ignites you. It lights you up. For those who are on this reading and you haven't gotten this idea yet, there is a little bit of an inner journey that might help. And so I did pull 2 crystal cards. And so we can just see what those are first before, just to see what kind of journey we're talking about here. So the cards that we have are Flint, and Anodolite. And so right off the bat, when I think flint, I think of like a flint, right? A spark. It lights the spark, which here's that spark right there. And then this Pentacles in reverse is saying you're going to be abundant. Well, when I look at this crystal, there's so many crystals on it. There's crystal on crystal on crystal. So there's just, yeah, it's going to be an abundant journey. And abundance doesn't mean just money. It means so many things. But for you, I feel all boxes will be checked off. So make a list, check it twice. And so for Flint, it says portal power. Flint is an ancient, soft, aquatic organism that hardened into rock. It stabilizes energy and yet cuts through the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. A powerful shamanic stone, it opens up portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. You are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side of yourself, as it contains treasure beyond knowing. Flint connects you to your ancestors and hones wisdom that comes down the ancestral line. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate. Oh, we got a friend visiting us. Birds always come when I do readings. Shamanic, a natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to retrieve soul parts found there and apply healing insights. So as I read that, and the bird came at that part, do not be afraid to explore this hidden side of yourself, as it contains treasure beyond knowing, which is like this, like whatever this idea is, like, oh, please nurture it, because it's going to bring you so much abundance. And when you're abundant, then you can share with others, right? And then you inspire others to go follow their dreams, and then they it's going to be such a catalyst for change that it's just something so empowering. And I'm so excited for you. I don't even know what this idea is, but if you already know what it is, can you let me know down in the comments? Like I'm invested now. I'm excited for you guys. And so for the last one, the Andolite with the bajillion crystals on it. Oh, these are all more of the cosmic ones. These are more, as I just said that, it's called cosmic consciousness. So whatever idea you're getting from spirit, it's from like the highest power of source. It's not just things that, you see around you and inspire you. I mean, those are ways that you kind of interact as well. But I feel like you're getting, especially because this one talked about ancestors, this one, especially with the Fibonacci sequence and the ancestors, this could be them. This is all different timelines. And it's saying pattern. Whatever you're getting is like divinely guided. Like this is something on a silver platter. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm just excited for you. This is cool. I don't even know what you're doing, but I feel it. They keep telling me the importance of it. Like I see communities and like whole towns and cities and countries, worlds. We'll just make it the whole world will be changed from your little idea. Just your tiny idea, but you've just taken the tiniest step. And it says, iridescent andalite reminds us that consciousness is omniscient and omnipresent. Seeing all, knowing all, immerse yourself in a quantum field of a holographic universe and the mystical interconnectedness that is cosmic consciousness. You have the potential to live in a completely different dimension of consciousness. Recognize that you previously operated within a very narrow band of awareness. Attune your flashes of divine light within your soul to take you into the interconnectedness of life. Let feelings of separation fall away and embrace unity. Anandalite gently facilitates integration and releases emotional blockages standing in your way of spiritual awakening. All right, what does that even mean? What does it mean? I was yelling that at Cooper all day. What do you want? What does this mean? And I think that that's just a question you have to ask yourself. Okay. You know the meme from The Notebook? I couldn't remember the movie The Notebook for the life of me. When he's like, what do you want? And she knows what she wants, but she doesn't go for what she wants. And it's like, you know what you want as a kid. Your ancestors know what you want. Everybody knows what you want. Admit what you want and go for it. And maybe there's a message in The Notebook for you. I know I've been trying all day to remember this movie. I'm like, it's that girly movie. Like, he's talking to a guy. I'm like, if you think of a girly movie that some girl wants you to watch, what is that movie? It's The Notebook. I'm so happy I finally remembered that. Like, it was saved for this moment. There's some message in there for someone if you go and watch The Notebook. But the healing journey, let's talk about the healing journey. I said that this will help cities, towns, the whole world, but it was like, no, it's even bigger. It's holographic, interconnected, everything. So there's this place that you can go to. Spirit's like, yeah, they're coming in more. There's this place when you go into meditations that's like a morphic field, which, what did they call it? A holographic field or something. I don't know, but it's this really cool place that you can go to. If you're going to be doing traveling, I always recommend that you connect to your higher self, ground yourself here, and bring your guides of the highest white light and travel with you, just so you're safely protected in your Merkaba, or your light vehicle, whatever. But there's this morphic, holographic type field that you can go to. And when you just sit in there, like it said, it's connected to everything and everyone. And it's almost like Akashic records of everything kind of thing. You know, it's just this place where there's just information. There's so much knowledge in this void field. And if you don't know what your idea is yet, go sit in that place and just be yourself. Don't try to force things, I gotta know this idea. I gotta know this idea. It's not gonna come because you have it in your head that you don't know it. So you gotta know it. And that's that thing. So just being open and connected and seeing things for how they are Um, I see it coming to you naturally, right? When you're doing what you love, when you're having fun, when you're in like, I don't know, you just let movement guide you and all that. When you just let go, that's when it's going to come to you. And to let go, the best place is to meditate, right? Let go of those thoughts, because I feel like somebody in this crab apple is like, nope, I gotta be an adult. And guess what? You are an adult, and you're allowed to have these fun, awesome ideas as well. And you're allowed to be joyful, and you're allowed to be happy. No one said as an adult you gotta be like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like that. I mean, I have to be sometimes, but it's not my true nature. It's not your true nature either. And so, any final messages, Spirit? Oh, we need to go into this pattern card. They said you didn't even touch on us. You just said, yeah, this goes with this. For some people, it's that morphic holographic field, the information, Akashic, whatever it is. But other people, water, right? Going and just sitting in water. Have you ever been, I'm seeing two things, a float tank, where all your senses are kind of taken away and you just float. And then the second one is like, you know, you go tubing down the river and you just trust that that tube's going to get there. And hopefully you're not going to end up with on a flat. But I'm hearing that listen to nature. Like actually listening to the waves, listening to the sounds around you. They're just playing Dream Girls Listen right now. Listen! Yeah. Engaging all senses, right? Smell, hearing, taste, all this, all these patterns, these repetitive things that keep happening. What, you know, every time you, how do I explain it? I know how to explain it, but it's not coming out. Every time you have something happen to you, things in your brain fire off at the same time. So every time I see the color blue and I hear this sound and this happens, and it ignites in your brain, and it now becomes habits and patterns and habitual. And so it's breaking out of those old habits and patterns, which what the flint was for, breaking out. And then listening and not being attached, but noticing, what am I trying to say here? The new patterns, right? The synchronicities, that's the word. And following that, because there's a different feeling from a rut pattern to a synchronistic pattern. And so yeah, ancestors are working with you. It's saying to meditate a bit, because whatever you've got coming for you, nurturing it, it's going to grow. It's going to be great. It says your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. So if you needed some reassurance, Pile 3, about what you're doing, if you're on the right path, like as... you are on the right path, 100%. If anything, you can even like go a little bit more. You don't doubt, just trust. This is a beautiful process. And what was the theme of this? What blessings do you still have to integrate from your last healing lesson? So what was the lesson? I don't even feel like you had a lesson. The lesson is to trust yourself and to honor that inner child and that guidance within you, and just let your ancestors and I don't know what your lesson was. If you know what your lesson is, can you comment down below? I'd love to hear that part of it, because I guess this is so specific to everyone. I don't know what the lesson is. The lesson is, oh, I know. It could be something along the terms of not being such an adult and letting that inner child have more fun, because you think as an adult you need to work hard and you need to do this. But whatever this idea is, it's fun, and it's almost like, you know, eating ice cream and you get money. Like, what? How do you get paid to eat ice cream? I don't know. It can happen though. So that's your reading for today, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you on some level, and if it did, I'd appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. But I'd love to hear your feedback or comments below if you feel willing to share. And so with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.